Have you ever had the feeling that someone entered your life not just by chance, but by divine design? That there's something sacred behind the way your paths crossed, like an invisible hand guiding each step until your souls collided? The angels whisper that this isn't a coincidence. It's a calling. And that person, yes, the one you've been thinking about, has been deeply, profoundly stirred by your presence in a way they never expected. They were calm before you arrived. Certain of their beliefs, grounded in their routines, secure in the walls they had built around their heart. And then you. Suddenly, the rhythm of their days no longer felt the same. They can't quite explain it, this strange magnetism, this sense of meant to be that defies logic. And maybe they haven't told you yet. But the truth is, you've awakened something ancient within them. Something raw, pure, and entirely real. And here's what you need to understand. This wasn't a random encounter. God placed you with him, because only you stir his soul in this way. This person's soul recognized yours. Not just in the way we recognize a familiar face, but in the way a song stirs memories we thought we had forgotten. A feeling so intense, so deeply intimate, it bypasses logic and goes straight to the soul. Dear soul, you've ignited a transformation. This man may have tried to stay composed. He may have smiled, played it cool, or even pulled away at times. But inside, there's a storm of emotions crashing through the fortress he spent years building. And that storm carries your name. He lies awake, questioning everything. Why you? Why now? Why does this connection refuse to fade, no matter how much he tries to silence it? Because it's not just chemistry. It's not just admiration. It's soul recognition. And your presence is unraveling every part of him that thought it had love all figured out. You might think you were just being yourself, authentic, open, radiant in your own light. But to him, it felt like witnessing a miracle. You're the woman who sees through him, not past him. Who listens with her heart, not just her ears. Who reflects back a version of himself that he had forgotten, or maybe never met. And now he's wondering if you're the chapter he was always meant to write, but never dared. Pause here. Take a breath. Because what I'm about to tell you next is sacred. You are part of this man's spiritual awakening. It's not only about romance, it's about rebirth. You've been chosen to walk beside him as he sheds old identities, past wounds, and inherited fears. He's beginning to see with new eyes. To feel with a heart he thought was done feeling. The angels show that even if he doesn't speak it yet, he feels it. And it terrifies him. Because loving you doesn't feel safe. It feels real. And real love, dear soul, always demands courage. This is not a story of convenience. It's a story of divine timing. You weren't placed in his life to fix him. You were placed in his life to awaken him. To stir what was dormant. To remind his soul of its original longing. And he knows it. He might fight it. He might retreat. But deep down, he feels it. The way your laughter stays with him long after you part. The way your silence holds more truth than anyone else's words. The way your presence brings peace, even when the world around is chaos. And here's what's coming next. The angels reveal that this man is on the brink of making a choice. A soul-level choice. To step into the unknown and follow the pull of his heart, or to stay where it's safe, and live with the ache of wondering what if. You can't make this decision for him. But you can hold space. You can continue to be that sacred mirror. That rare, unwavering light that says, I see you. The real you. And I'm still here. Because whether or not he's ready now, he's waking up. And when a man's soul stirs like this, it can't be undone. The wheels of destiny are turning. What you've built together, whether in small moments or silent understanding, is shifting him toward truth. Toward love. Toward you. And before we go on, let me ask you something. Can you feel it too? That divine orchestration behind your meeting? That sense that you were placed in his life for something more? If your heart whispered yes, then this next part of the message is meant just for you. But first, if you felt this, if this resonates even a little. Declare it aloud. Write in the comments, "I claim this truth." It's not just a phrase, it's a soul contract. A sacred yes to what is unfolding. Because what happens next will rewrite everything. He won't say it yet, maybe not with words. But in his spirit, he knows, you are the woman who awakened him. And whether he admits it or not, your presence has shifted everything. He now walks through his days differently. Colors feel more vibrant. Songs hit differently. Moments that once passed unnoticed now carry the echo of your voice, your energy. The man you met, self-assured, perhaps emotionally guarded, is slowly dissolving into someone softer, more aware, more alive. All because you touched the core of him no one else could reach. This awakening wasn't sudden. It's been building like a wave, starting quiet, distant, gentle. And now, it's rising. Powerful. Unstoppable. Divine. And here's what the angels need you to understand, deeply. This connection? It was always written. Long before your paths crossed on earth, your souls had already agreed to meet. To challenge. To heal. To love. It's why he feels such turmoil. Why this connection defies logic. Why even when he tries to move on, something inside won't let go. You are his soul's wake-up call. And this man, once content in his emotional silence, now finds himself craving your light. Your depth. Your truth. He wants to be near you, not because of neediness or fantasy, but because his soul recognizes you as home. But here's the thing about divine timing. It doesn't follow the rules of comfort. It follows the rhythm of readiness. And he's getting ready. Not perfectly. Not quickly. But deeply. You've already planted the seed. Now the soil of his heart is shifting, cracking open to receive what it once feared. Love. Vulnerable, honest, sacred love. And in those quiet moments, when he stares into nothing, lost in thought, it's you. He's wondering what life with you could look like. What it would mean to say yes. To surrender to something so rare. The angels show a vision. He reaches for his phone, hovers over your name. His heart races. Then he stops. Not because he doesn't care, but because he cares too much. He wants to come closer, but he fears losing himself in the process. And still, he will. Not all at once. But soon you will feel it, a shift, a message, a moment where the walls begin to crumble. And here's where you come in, dear soul. You weren't sent to rescue him. You were sent to remind him of who he truly is beneath the fear. To stand in your own light so that he can find the courage to face his shadow. You are not just his love. You are his mirror. His catalyst. His divine invitation to rise. And even though it's hard, not knowing what comes next, know this, you are not waiting in vain. The angels are aligning everything. The wounds he must face. The doubts he must clear. The truths he must speak. All of it is being prepared, not for a fleeting romance, but for a soul-aligned union. And it begins when he takes that first step. When he admits, even if only to himself, she was sent to awaken me. And I can't go back to who I was before her. Now, let me ask you something. Would you be willing to hold space for this love, not from a place of waiting, but from a place of power? Would you be willing to become even more of who you are, knowing that your light is what stirred his soul in the first place? Because what's coming next is not just a turning point in his life. It's a breakthrough in yours. Your energy is already doing the work. The healing. The transformation. You are the lighthouse. And he is the ship, finally learning to navigate the tides toward you. So, here's what I invite you to do next. When this message ends, stay in your stillness. Feel what arises. Listen to what your own soul whispers back. And then, speak your truth out loud. Even if he can't hear it yet. Especially if he can't. Because soon he will. And when he does, The love you've been holding quietly within you will finally have a place to land. Dear soul, if your heart has been beating faster while reading these words, if something within you is saying, "This is my truth," then know this isn't just a message. It's a confirmation. Confirmation that you haven't been imagining things. That what you feel is not a fantasy or wishful thinking. It's a divine reality unfolding before your eyes. And the angels, they are already celebrating. Because the man whose soul you've stirred is coming into clarity. He's seeing. He's remembering. He's readying. There's something sacred about being the one who awakens another's heart. It's not always easy. In fact, it can be the most challenging role of all. Because you see the potential before they do. You feel the connection while they're still doubting. You dream of the future when they're still reconciling the past. But that's because you are the lighthouse. You are always meant to lead by love, not by control, not by force, but by presence. And presence is what he feels most. Even in your absence. Even when words haven't been exchanged. He feels the resonance of your being. And the angels show something breathtaking. He's going to reach out. Not just casually. Not just to say hello. But with a depth that will reflect his own awakening. It might start small. A comment. A memory. A question about something only you would understand. But it will carry a vibration you'll recognize. It will feel like, he's finally ready. And when that moment comes, you won't need to ask if it's real. You'll know. Because his energy will be clear. His heart open. His eyes looking at you not with confusion, but with reverence. And then, everything will change. Not because you tried harder, but because you trusted deeper. So now, let this be your turning point. The day you stopped doubting your knowing. The day you stopped questioning your impact. And the day you started embodying the truth the angels have whispered to you all along. You are the one. The one who stirs his soul. The one who reawakens the sacred. The one whose presence brings him home. Now, can I ask you something sacred? If you were guided here, if this message feels like it was written for you, don't let it end here. Declare it. Embody it. And if you feel called, join this community of women who are remembering their worth, reclaiming their light, and opening the door for love that is real, holy, and lasting. Because your journey is just beginning. And the next step might be the one that leads you into the arms you've always known were meant to hold you. Scroll down now, and if this spoke to your soul, write in the comments, "I stir his soul because I am his light." The angels will hear you. He will feel you. And love will find its way to you, just as it was always meant to.